I keep giving bad people good ideas.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Counter-Strike. And I don't know, I don't really plan on making a lot of Counter-Strike videos unless it's like funny moments with friends or some kind of shit. Again, I take the game like a little bit serious, but not hella hardcore serious, because again, I'm not like that fucking great at the game, as you can tell by past gameplays or gameplay in this fucking video. But over the years, I've definitely played a ton of Counter-Strike, and recently I've definitely started picking it up a bit more. And today's video, I kind of want to go over like which one's the best game mode to fucking play when it comes to like the more competitive game modes and shit like that. I'm gonna not really include Face It as much because one, I don't really play Face It that much. Number two, I kind of think that's for the sweats and the tryhards. No offense. And then to just kind of give it a positive, I do hear that at least there's a less of a cheating problem over on Face It. Which is good, and I'm not trying to dog it, but I do think why is because less people kind of know about it, or at least use Face It. So it's a smaller community of people to kind of watch out for, and you can kind of pick up on that stuff quicker. As with like Valve, they have to deal with the whole player base. That shit can kind of be a little harder to keep up with. Just gonna have a sip of water real quick. But again, at the end of the day, Valve just needs to get better fucking anti-cheating systems in the game. But pretty much with so far with my experience, I would say, I don't really think I ran into too many cheaters. Obviously, that's going to be in the higher ranks. I'm kind of in more of the lower, kind of like mid-silver, kind of higher silver ranks. My premier rank isn't great at all, but I'm trying to get it up a bit more. But to kind of dive into everything, I do kind of like how they split shit up. Coming from playing like CSGO, where everything was stuck to one rank, it was kind of nice to have that, but it did suck because then that would lead to your friends needing to create alts, or you needing to create an alt to play with your friends if your rank's too high to play with them and shit. As this new system kind of leads players away from that, because pretty much obviously Premier's been out forever. If you kind of don't know the whole idea of Premier kind of goes off a point-based rank system, and you kind of vote for which map you want to play on, blah blah blah. But the whole idea of Premier is your rank is just one rank. As the new comp system, pretty much you're ranked by each map. So different maps you could have different ranks, so you could have multiple ranks in the new comp. So you could be silver 1 on Dust 2, but then be silver 4 on Mirage. So I do like that new comp system because that does lead you to not creating an alt to just play with your friends, or at least you could play with your friends and shit like that. And it just kind of, you kind of get what I'm saying, pretty much. It makes it a little easier to kind of just be able to queue with friends and fuck around. And also what's nice, too, is, like, what I was saying is, like, you could queue and fuck around and comp with your friends, but then take Premier a bit more serious and not really have to, again, like, worry about, okay, I'm gonna outrank my friends, so I can't play with my friends. But then also, you don't really have to worry about your friends fucking a rank up completely either. Or, like, if you want to just go fuck around, you don't have to worry about just dropping your rank hella, since they're, like, two separate ranks, or two separate multiple ranks. I don't know, you get what I'm saying. I do kind of like Premier a little bit more because you do kind of get a more like, I would say with like the new comp system, to say, oh, I'm the greatest at the game because I'm silver fucking elite master on Mirage and Gold Nova 2 on fucking Inferno. It's not really a good enough like a base to really be like, okay, that's a solid player. Like, you could have, like, you know, high ranks across the board on everything, and you could be like, okay, that person's decent. But I feel like, at least with Premier, it kind of consolidates that all into one thing, and kind of like what I was saying, it just kind of been more like focus on just your on yourself. I feel like again, you can still queue up with friends if you're in similar ranks on Premiere and stuff, but I do kind of like the whole idea of the two being a little different because of the whole idea I spoke of earlier. But then also I do feel like with Premiere, people do take it slightly a little bit more serious than comp. It just kind of depends the rank you get and the people you get queued with. Sometimes you do get queued with the most fucking idiotic people. Like, again, I get it. Sometimes people have the off matches. Sometimes people just are warming up. Whatever. But then there are some people obviously not fucking trying and being dumbasses. And I feel like you're going to find that more in comp than with Premiere. Because obviously with Premiere, you have to buy the game to or buy the like little CSGO thing they have now, or Counter-Strike 2 thing to play Premiere. I don't know if it's the same with comp, because I know the game is free to play now. And again, the whole cheating issue, I feel like, again, if you're really like, oh, I'm just constantly running into cheaters, then play Face It and shit. But I feel like that's more like if you're reaching like fucking global elite level. Because like, who the fuck is gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm cheating using walls and on silver 4? I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It can happen and it has happened. But I'm just saying, like, if someone's cheating, they're gonna have higher ranked matches, and if they don't get caught, they're gonna be, thrown into higher ranked matches. So I just feel like it's more if you're reaching those higher ranked matches and shit, and you are suspicious that you're just constantly getting in matches with cheaters, or you kind of want to just take shit a little bit more serious. That's why I would kind of say Face It rolls in. But I would really say at the end of the day, Premiere and the normal comp ranks or whatever, the normal comp mode, that's the word I'm trying to use, or fucking whatever. But I feel like those are pretty solid, and I do feel like they did pretty well with Premiere overall. Because again, that could be kind of more, like I said, your solo thing. As your comp shit, you could just go fuck around with your friends. And then it's just kind of nice because it adds this like little window too, or it's just like you don't have to make an extra account just to queue with your friends if you're ranked really high or ranked like, I don't know, whatever the fuck. Mainly high. I was about to say low, but that didn't really make sense at all. But again, back to what I was kind of saying. People do take Premiere slightly a bit more serious, and I would say it kind of depends more on your rank. Okay, so like if you get ranked really low, you are gonna get more goofs and more idiots and shit. But if you rank kind of higher or try and keep ranking higher, you're gonna get more people kind of taking the game obviously a bit more serious, and you know, obviously they're gonna be better, but at least taking the game a bit more serious. I can kind of just tell people kind of again hop and comp to fuck around with their friends, or again just to kind of not take the game so serious and just kind of fuck around and shoot at shit, but again not fuck up their Premiere rank or their main rank completely. So again, at the end of the day, I feel like both of them are fucking obviously worth playing. But I would say if you're trying to rank up your individual rank or try to show your individual skill, probably Premiere is probably your best little outlet. As comp is good, but the ranks are just kind of all scattered and split. So it does kind of make it a little harder to kind of just be like, oh, I'm really good at the game. Because again, you could be really good at one map, but then shit at another. Or like, ranks could be off if you could have been having really good matches on Mirage, but really bad matches on Dust 2. So again, at the end of the day, good job on Valve. I don't know, just fix your anti-cheating. And again, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to shit on Face It, but Face It, I feel like it's just kind of a bit too much of a pain in the ass to set up. It's all third-party shit. From what I know, it's pretty trusted. But again, you gotta take into idea that, like, it is third-party shit. And then also, I feel like it's just for people taking the game a bit more serious and a bit more higher ranked. Because again, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but in those higher ranks, you are definitely going to run into probably more cheaters and shit. But besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.